Welcome and good day. And thanks for joining us for the OLLI Exchange, where we update folks in our OLLI community on upcoming events and classes that we know you'll want to know a little more about. With us today from Pacific Grove, California, believe it or not, is Dick Haiduck, author of the book Shifting Gears, 50 Baby Boomers Share Their Meaningful Journeys in Retirement. Now that's something we can all relate to. Dick, welcome, and thanks for agreeing to lead your class about the transition from work to retirement.
Well, thank you, Ken. I'm looking forward to the class. I've done a couple of other OLLI locations, and the audiences just really are motivated by the topics of both transitioning to retirement, as well as when they're in their retirement, transitioning to new things in their retirement. So it appeals really to both types of the audience.
Oh, I think there will be a lot of interest on our side for sure. Could you just give us a glimpse of what people who attend might be looking to learn on your very relevant subject?
Well, I think everybody learns in a different way. Retirement is a new topic for a lot of people. It's like we don't do this several times in our life. We do it once. So where do we get our information? And people get information from a lot of different things. But what I tried to do in the book and in the stories that we'll tell during the course is use stories, use examples. Here's what Joe did. Here's what Sally did. Here's what Sam did. And how did it turn out? What did they consider? What were their challenges? What were their problems? And for some of them, it didn't turn out so well. And we talk just as much about those examples to learn from them. But it's all by example rather than by, here's a checklist of the 12 things you need to do in retirement. Some people learn that way. Some people just say, that isn't the way I learn. I learn by, you show me some examples.
Exactly. It's interesting. And of course, people tend to resonate with stories, in a wider range of people than otherwise, I think, too. And so you've got stories for over 4 dozen different boomers, as you call them. Is there a way you could tell us about a couple of examples or something like that?
Well, the stories fall into a variety of categories. In some cases, there are stories about volunteering and giving back in a meaningful way. One of the couples volunteer in a maximum security prison to teach anger management to some of the toughest criminals in California. And their set of experiences is not something that everybody's going to want to do, but to hear their story may stimulate other ideas about volunteering. In other cases, there's some sort of athletic thing. One lady had 4 surgeries and then decided to do something to prove to herself that she could do it again. And she and her boyfriend went off to climb Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa.
Wow. Now, how were you able to connect with some of these people in order to get them to share their stories with you?
Well, I started with the initial motivation of the book was a few friends of mine told me their stories, and I just said, these stories need to be told. And then it was pretty much traditional networking. At the end of every interview, I would say to someone, how did this go? Was this fun for you? And they'd say, yeah, I enjoyed it. I loved to tell these stories. Who else should I talk to? And pretty soon I was getting referral upon referral. So I ended up getting people from all over the country, even one from outside of the US. And most were perfect strangers. But Ken, what was amazing was when people are telling their story, they open up and they tell not just the story, but the motivation behind it, the things that they were uncomfortable with, the things that were challenges to them, and the joy that they got from this new direction that they followed.
And we know your book is available through all the regular sources and that sort of thing. Does someone need to have the book before they take the class?
No, I don't think so. I think the class can be kind of a sampling of what's in the book. And if that sounds interesting, then people may want to go out and buy the book. They can also get a little bit of a preview by going to my website, which is richardhaiduck.com, HAIDUCK.com. There's some previews of the book. There's I think one of the chapters is in there. And so they can get a little bit of an idea. If they're thinking about the course and not sure, going to that website might help them decide yes or no, this course is for me.
Well, very good. Very good. Well, folks, there you have it. This will be a single session class. It'll be on Zoom. Okay. Obviously, Dixon, you're out in California, but this is one of the things we've learned about and how to do better with the COVID experience as well. The class will be December 12th. That's a Tuesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time. I need to add that for all who are on here right now. And, you know, we can all benefit from hearing how others have handled the changes in retirement for sure. Dick, thanks for offering this class. This is wonderful.
Ken, I'm looking forward to it. And thank you for a very nice interview.
You're welcome.